When I was in college at USC, I was in an a cappella group there called the SoCal Vocals. We competed in this thing which was made famous in the Pitch Perfect movies called the International Championship of Collegiate A Cappella. It's cool now. It was nerdy when I did it. My group won, so the producers of The Sing-Off reached out to us. It was a brand new show at the time, so we were the guinea pigs. That was a crazy experience performing on national TV in front of millions of people. Really my first experience as a professional musician. On a reality TV show, everything is really well constructed and you're operating within the bounds of the way that they want the show to look. They're like, "Are you nervous?" You're like, "No, I'm not nervous." They're like, "But this is a big thing. Are you nervous?" You're like, "Nah, I think I'm gonna be okay." It's like, "Are you nervous?" The third time you're like, "I'm so nervous about this performance," just like, because you're gonna be there all day if you don't give them what they want. And with your own solo performance that people are coming to see you, like, you get to write the rules, you pick the song order, you tell the stories in between, you pick what you want to share and what kind of experience you want to share with the audience. I think these singing competitions are giving a first step to a lot of people. It's been a long time since one of those shows made like a superstar, like even if you won and you got this record deal, I feel like the problem that always happened was by the time the person who won got their record out, the next season of the show had started already. You go on the show to build yourself up and give yourself the confidence to like go after it yourself once the show is over. At least that's how it worked for me. I mean, we didn't win, but it definitely gave me that confidence in myself to start pursuing it. The first cover I ever did on YouTube was Out of the Woods by Taylor Swift, and I did that with my friend Rumor Willis. YouTube for a little while was a huge star maker, and just like the reality competitions, it's kind of become super saturated. It's almost harder to break through there than elsewhere just because there's so much content. But that being said, people putting out videos, putting in the work that it takes to make them, like all the covers that I was putting up on YouTube were more an exercise for myself to work on my craft rather than hoping that any of them was gonna make me famous overnight. It's almost like its own school. I was on a trip in Mexico City, and I was walking around drinking a lot of tequila, eating a lot of tacos, and I just kept thinking about how all the best things in life are things that we're, not necessarily supposed to do. The idea about wanting more of the little bits of bad in your life kind of lent itself to the melody that I had, and then I went home, sobered up, and started putting words to the song, and that's how the song came to be. A lot of these tracks that you hear on the radio and the streaming services, they are kind of done in the box, but when a lot of these artists go on tour, they're going out with a band, and we wanted to have that energy of a live band. The instrumentation throughout the record was based with a 4-piece band. We had some amazing players, drums, bass, guitar, and piano. Then we kind of layered in some of the more modern elements, some synth and some programmed drums and all that stuff. So it's a 6-song EP. And that'll be out by the end of the year. And then I'm already going back into the studio to put together the next EP, and I'll start doing that in July. Honestly, I'm just trying to build like an organic following, so hoping that people share it on social media and their friends hear about it, and hoping to start playing out a bunch of shows soon and kind of building the live audience. I think it's something that appeals to a lot of people. If they're older, it reminds them of their youth. If they're young, something that makes them feel alive. I want people to feel the power of the music and feel, the wavelengths and have it get inside their bones and electrify them. I'm surrounded by an incredible community of artists that always contribute to each other and write songs together. The time that we're living has created an amazing explosion of creative energy. People who are using it as a political outlet to have that spark their creativity. People like myself who are using it as needing a way to kind of get our minds out of everything that we're living through right now. Art is always a reflection of the times, so there's a lot to shine the mirror on. The world and in our own country and our backyard. So now is definitely a time that art is going to thrive, and I'm happy to be making art in this day and age.